Hey friends, welcome back to another video. It's your girl Meg, and in today's video we are doing a drugstore makeup look using all of my Holy Grail drugstore makeup that I'm loving in 2021. I do a lot of drugstore videos, but I always like to update these makeup looks and show you things that I'm still loving, new things that I discovered this year, plus old favorites, and they're all on my face right now. There is all affordable makeup that's all amazing and stuff that I use honestly all the time, and some things that I reach for over my high-end products. So if you are interested in getting this gorgeous drugstore makeup look, just keep on watching. But before you do, make sure to hit that thumbs up button, hit the subscribe button so you don't miss out on any future uploads, and then make sure to follow along on social media where I post daily, especially on my Instagram stories. We can be friends there. I know you're gonna wanna follow along. So if you want to see how I did this drugstore makeup look of all of my Holy Grail items that I've been loving this year, make sure you just keep on watching. All right, let's get this makeup look started. The first thing I'm going in with is my e.l.f. Jelly Pop Primer. It is a gripping primer and it's a great dupe for the Milk Hydro Grip. What it does is it creates like a little sticky base to my complexion, so my foundation is going to stick right onto it in here and last all day long. If you follow me on Instagram, you know how much I love the Wet n Wild Tinted Hydrator. It's got a beautiful, flawless finish, but it's like medium to light coverage. And then I'm using some of my favorite Physicians Formula cream bronzer to sort of warm that up a bit because I am self-tanned, and this is also going to help me contour a bit as I do my base. Doing a little bit of color correcting under my eyes with my LA Girl Pro Conceal. This is in the peach shade. I put a little bit of that under my eyes to help with my dark circles. I like to use my finger to spread out my color corrector and let it sit there for a minute before I apply my concealer on top of that. That really helps conceal the under eye area. Next, I'm taking my favorite drugstore concealer. This is the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer, and I am placing that under the eyes for a little bit of concealing, and I put a little bit on my eyelids. I spread it out with my finger, and then I'm gonna let this concealer sit. Just using that tiny bit of concealer and spreading it out ensures that I get the proper amount of coverage, but I'm not overusing the product. I like to spread it out. I'm not tugging on the under eye area, and this is just helping me get the coverage that I need without using too much. The key for perfect under eye concealer is to wait and not to blend it out immediately. You want to wait about 1 minute before you go in with your sponge or your brush or whatever you're using to blend in your concealer. Next, I'm using my favorite number 7 pressed powder. It's a great Charlotte Tilbury dupe, and I'm using my triangular powder puff to really press that into the skin and get my under eye makeup nice and set. I also like to press it into places that I know sweat or crease, like my nose and between my brows, and sometimes a little bit around my mouth as well. Now I'm taking a fluffy brush and I'm dipping into that pressed powder just to give the rest of my face a light dusting. I don't want heavy amount of powder on the perimeter and the outside of my face, but I do need to set it with some powder. I'm grabbing my Morphe Continuous Setting Mist, and I actually use setting spray twice when I'm doing my makeup. I use it right after I lay down my base, and then I use it at the very end. I'm going to do my brows off camera with my LA Girl brow pencil and my Essence Brow Gel. And now I'm going to contour and do up the face with some of my bronzers in the Physicians Formula All-Star palette. If you don't have this face palette, it is so good. I'm using the regular butter bronzer, and I'm mixing it with a little bit of that matte butter bronzer as well to give some contour and some warmth to the face. And I like to use this on a smaller brush so I can get it more precisely on the skin. Today I'm going to create an eye look using some of my favorite drugstore eyeshadows. These are from the e.l.f. Bite Size Eyeshadows, and I'm using the Pumpkin Pie and the Cream and Sugar palettes. So I'm going into that first shade to create sort of a diffused transition, and I'm using a fluffy brush to buff that into the eye on the upper crease and sort of into the outer corner as well. I'm taking that same shade on a pencil brush to hit that lower lash line to make sure I get some diffused definition down there. I'm picking up some of that shade in the Cream and Sugar palette, and I'm putting it basically on top of what I did to blend out those shades even more for a more diffused look. I picked back up the Pumpkin Pie palette, and we're going in with a smaller brush in a darker brown shade, and that's getting placed in the outer corner, a little down on the crease a little bit more to create more definition and to kind of build up the color and a little bit of smokiness as well. I picked back up the Cream and Sugar palette, and I am going to use my finger and dig into this metallic shade. I like to use my finger for metallic foiled shades on the lid. I feel like they give the most pigment and color payoff. I'm also dipping my finger into this lighter metallic shade, and that's kind of going in the inner half of the lid to give a little bit of brightness and a little shine to the inner half of my lid. Off camera, I'm going to apply some of the Essence Lash Princess Mascara and a little half lash from some of my favorite Amazon false lashes. And then I also applied a little bit of my favorite small eyeliner in the waterline a little bit there off camera, just for a little bit more definition. But here I am applying a little bit more so you can see what I did. Now I'm taking one of my favorite drugstore blushes ever. This is the Essence blush in the shade Bespoke, and I am applying that to the upper cheekbones. I apply my blush real up high to give my face a nice lift, and I love this like neutral nude shade of this blush. I'm grabbing one of my e.l.f. Bite Size Face Duos, and I'm going to use a little bit of this corally blush as well, kind of to layer on top of that. I've been enjoying using like a really neutral blush and then layering kind of a brighter blush on top of that for a little bit of color pop. Now I'm grabbing the Essence Pure Nude Highlighter. This is one of the best drugstore highlighters ever. It gives like a nice subtle glow. It's not too metallic and not too beaming. It just gives the best glow to the face. And I love to use this as a highlighter, and sometimes I like to use it just even if I want to change the finish of my skin. I grabbed my Maybelline Superstay Ink Crayon in the shade Trust Your Gut, and I really like this shade because it's really like a cool neutral, and I love that you can line your lips with it and also fill your lips in. It's kind of like a multi-purpose crayon that's long-lasting and creamy. I just love the formula of these lip products. I need a little shine, so I'm using my Maybelline Lifter Gloss in the shade Moon, and I absolutely love this over lipsticks or by itself. It just really gives a nice plump look to the lips and a nice shine. Last but not least, gotta spray my face one more time with my Morphe Continuous Setting Mist, and we are done with this makeup look. Yes! Here is a close-up of the finished makeup look. As you can see, it's pretty neutral, very everyday. You can also dress this up or down if you want. And I just like the way that it's just, I don't know, it's just like my signature look. And all of these products I honestly reach for and use so much all the time. And I reach for them over my high-end products, so I know you're gonna love all of this stuff as well. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. I will see you all in my next one, and let me know if you like this look, and I'll do another one. Bye!